Hey guys, MPDH here, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, no damage, effective minimalist playthrough. Last time, we went back to Kakariko Village to get the Book of Medora, to be able to translate the stone tablet with apparent gibberish. It's supposed to read Hylian, but the developers didn't give Hylian actual characters, so yeah, it reads random gibberish, but yeah. The Book of Medora fixes that, of course. Oh, and proof of concept that pressing A causes the iris in earlier, so... Anyway, it's time to head into the Desert Palace to collect the second pendant. And we start off with the first new enemy type, the Lever. The Lever is basically a burrower. There's not much to it beyond that, but it's an introduction to burrowing enemies. And what the Lever does is it burrows underground to become momentarily invincible, and then tries to find its way to Link. It's invincible until it comes out, but it also doesn't deal contact damage until it fully surfaces, so good thing. It likes to burrow from underneath Link's feet where it can. Oh, and this statue is called a Beamos. Yeah, you'll be thankful the eye moves anti-clockwise, because, yeah, the Beamos, when it catches you in its line of sight, it fires a quick laser. The startup is... There's some wind-up, but the velocity is so high. At least terrain cover will block it off. Speaking of terrain cover, speaking of definitely blocking projectiles, we have the Devil End, which is another burrower like the Levers. The Devil End creates a bit of momentary quicksand that Darling can. Nothing positioning can handle. The Red Devil Ends, though, shoot 3 fireballs while surfaced, and we wouldn't be able to block the fireballs with our current shield, but at least the terrain will block the fireballs because, yeah, the Devil Ends do not have fireballs, do not have slipshot properties, thank God. So, a button guarded by the two Lanmolas reveals the treasure chest. And the treasure chest holds the map, which allows us to see the dungeon now. And first off, do you notice that we start off in the basement floor, even though we had to climb upstairs from ground level to get in the dungeon? Physics! And speaking of physics, you might notice that the first floor is disconnected from the basement. Yeah, that's going to go in a concept new to Zelda series dungeons. And also, you can guess that the boss is hiding out in the back of the second floor. Dang it. Yeah, purple levers are faster than green levers. So we need to go in this room to knock the small key camouflage in the torch to grab it. Like so. And it's suddenly handed to by this telepathy tile. Link, it is I, the Hashala. You must never fail to find all the treasure in each dungeon. Yeah, the Hashala is not kidding, because we are going to need all the small keys we can get. Because Zelda 3 is more polished than the NES Zelda, so it's more confident. Thus, it does not have a master key like the NES Zeldas do, nor does it allow us to buy keys like the original Zelda did. So it's a good thing we can't use the small key on the big treasure chest. Because come on, the big key's recyclable. I mean, we already have to put up with things like all the puzzles, and that means dealing with things like how Beamos shoots over pots. So don't bother using pots to blockade the Beamos. The eye is too high up. Wow, I got lucky. Now, RNG rolled in my favor that allowed me to do that spin attack. Oh, and just for reference, the spin attack has Link move more slowly, so be mindful of that. Oh, or holding for the charge for the spin attack, rather. Yeah. In case you didn't see, the blue devil doesn't fire fireballs. The red devil does. Oh, and this is a sort of preview of what that concept is about. I'm not using it, of course. There's an inconvenience with that. I'll get into that. I'll use the camouflage, the one's camouflage small key into this room. The preview of what makes Beamos so annoying to deal with. Come on. Yeah, it doesn't help when other enemies like the Phobos would be uncooperative. But at least now we got the compass, and we can see that the boss is in the back of the second floor. And here's what was making that sound earlier. Cannons firing cannonballs that require quite a bit of time to get through. Nothing ridiculously thick, but you don't want to risk or you risk being clipped by a cannonball in bad timing. But we are through that and got the big key as a result. So now we can get the big treasure. And as you see, the enemies haven't respawned. Although the pots have, which can make things a little annoying with the Beamos. Because remember, you can't use the pots to hide from the Beamos at all. The eye's too high up. So now we get the Power Glove. I love the Power Glove. It's so bad. We can feel strength welling in our body via both hands. We can pick up and carry stones now. And yeah, the Power Glove is basically overworld application. But wait, what do I mean by overworld? It's a dungeon item! Well, you're going to find out soon enough. As soon as I get to these rooms. Okay, thank you, lingering hitbox. Okay, that takes care of that. There's a secret in this room. Push this block from either the north or the south, and that will open the door. Be mindful that you can still get caught by the Beamos when pushing the north block, because of the physics engine being shenanigans. This room allows us to get a couple of fairies that we can catch with the bug catching net. And now we can head out this exit. Yes, it's an exit to the overworld, to a previously unreachable location that allows us to reach a piece of heart. Had to get rid of that soldier. And yeah, for the first time in the series, the dungeon is interacting directly with the overworld. And there's a few white rocks blocking our way to the second half of the dungeon, but the Power Glove gets rid of them, no problem. Oh, and speaking of the Power Glove, yeah, our action window actually changed to show the power glove, and also changed up the number next to left to 2. Oh, and I'm also showcasing that statue because the opening is where the east exit would have led to. All it would have provided was a way to reach it. And while we wouldn't jump off immediately, using the east exit at all would have all the enemies respawn, so yeah, that would have been inconvenient. So let's go through the second half, which you can bet is going to be trickier, as evident by the Beamos already being around. Not enough for you? There's this new concept, the flying tiles. The flying tiles can be a little bothersome to deal with, because they have a bit of wind-up before they start moving. Thankfully, they stop being intangible when they start moving towards things. You can also dodge them, but yeah, I prefer to use the deterrent sword attack to deal with them. Although I would need all the practice I can get, just obtain the small key from the lower left base. Save myself from trouble, because believe me, flying tiles will only get worse as the game goes on. And A Link to the Past is fond of using them. Another Beamos Room with... That's a kill room with these popos that like erratic times. I mean, the popos can catch you by surprise sometimes if you're not mindful. This one, by not being a kill room, is even worse. I mean, thankfully there's a blind pond here, but yeah, if we rushed there, that second Beamos would have shot at us, and yeah, there's a third Beamos to make things worse. And yeah, this is going to require my patience, because popos complicate things for starters, but the worst of it is how we would be dodging these things in the first place. Thankfully, the turn attack got rid of that popo. One less threat to worry about. I mean, if you can't see it already, what happens is when you're dodging clockwise around one Beamos, you'd be dodging anti-clockwise around the other, and that's not convenient at all. So if we hit the big Beamos, yeah, I try to get out of here. The less said about that room, the better. Another flying tile room. Sigh. I mean, I wish I could take a breather, but no. My miseries don't end here and with that Beamos Room. I wish they did. At least I got past that flying tile room, and at least we got past the flying tile room, and then we have a Red Eyegore, but thankfully he's optional. The real puzzle is these 4 torches. It's the first of the 4 torch puzzles in the Zelda series. We just use the lamp to light these torches, and the wall will move back, like so. And that reveals the boss door, and I'm going to need some funsies after dealing with that freaking Beamos Room. Take this, Red Eyegore, haha. God knows I'm going to, because the boss is a spaz. Meet the Lanmolas. They're basically thin worms and they're burrowers like the... Yeah, you already see the problem. Yeah, you can be set up right into compromising positions by the Lanmolas if they don't act favorably. Oh god. To the best of your ability, you want to catch Lanmolas isolated where you can because... Oh wow, 2 hits. That's a big problem with the Lanmolas, besides the diagonal rocks. Besides having to account for diagonal rocks. Because if you get greedy, you can easily get hit by way too many things. Okay, yeah. Basically, get your hits in where you can. Don't get greedy. Also remember that... Also, it could help to remember that this spin attack... Yeah, that's another annoying thing about the fight. Because the Lanmolas do not take more damage from the spin attack, so... I mean, the spin attack does at least make them easier to hit. Thank God. Yeah, thank heavens for this spin technique, but it can work against you if you're not mindful of your positioning. Oh God. Don't want to risk the rest of the Lanmolas bodies to clipping me because... I think I would have been caught there by spin attack. After that Beamos Room, I'm cautious. Oh, thank God! One's dead! Unfortunately, I wish my miseries were over, but no. Lanmolas actually have a turn red phase when the last one gets isolated. And that was still compromising, even with one dead. A swing and a miss. At least Link... That was compromising again! And yeah, you can still get caught even when camping out the edges. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. Okay, the second one's dead, but now the last one will spit out rocks in all 8 directions rather than just the diagonals, like so. And that's going to make offense a little tricky, but on the bright side, there's still plenty of blind spot at a safe distance, and so... He's dead! He's dead! 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 You have no idea how problematic this place was! I mean, that Beamos Room! It's done! And we got the second pendant! We did it! Yeah, this was a problem. We won the pen and the tower! Why isn't it wisdom? It's blooper! For God's sake. Our goal of finding out Raven and didn't like. Go for the last one. I will do that. Yeah, that was problematic. Yeah. So next time, we're going to make our way to the last dungeon with the pendant. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day. MKDH, out. Take that, Lanmolas! Take that! I haven't even had breakfast yet.